Polar bears have lived in extremely cold climate for thousands of years, and they have lots of adaptations that help them survive in that environment. Unfortunately, right now, because it's not so cold, it's 80 degrees outside, the polar bear has decided to go into his cave. Nonetheless, let's talk about the polar bear. So, how are they adapted to living in a cold environment? Well, they've got about 4 inches of blubber or fat to help provide insulation, and they have 2 layers of fur. One of those layers is really a protective layer that helps keep the underlayer dry when they swim, because could you imagine if you were in a cold environment and your coat was all wet, wouldn't keep you very warm. Something else about their fur is that it's transparent, and it is also hollow at its core, so it traps air and it helps to insulate them as well. Interesting fact that there are actually textile companies that are trying to develop fabrics that they mimic the polar bear's fur, because it doesn't show up on thermal imaging cameras, and so they're looking to create a type of fabric that our soldiers could wear as a protective feature when they're in battle. On top of the fact that their fur is a great insulator, it also helps them become buoyant. You know, they're great swimmers, and imagine that those pockets of air are like little floats that keep them buoyant, along with the fat as well. Another factor that helps them survive in the cold environment is the fact that their skin is actually black, so they absorb a lot of heat from the sun, and they're built to conserve heat, so they have tiny ears, tiny tails. You know, we talked about how the elephant uses its ears to release heat, and they're so big. Well, that's why polar bears have such small ears. Okay.
Another thing with the polar bear, because they have that hollow fur, they will get water in that fur, and then algae can grow inside of it. So sometimes polar bears in the summertime will take on a green coloration. Their feet and their paws are very large. That helps with walking across the snow and the ice. If you notice, their nose is black as well. So when they are hunting seal on the ice floes, which are their favorite food, they will take their paws and kind of cover their nose so that the seal doesn't see the black nose. And you can see this guy here, he's actually sitting on that rock just like a person would sit.